You must lose everything in order to gain anything. A family is a risky venture, because the greater the love, the greater the loss. That's the trade-off. But I'll take it all. Happiness is overrated. There has to be conflict in life. I grew up in Oklahoma and Missouri, and I just loved film. My folks would take us to the drive-in on summer nights, and we'd sit on the hood of the car. I just had this profound love for storytelling. I'm one of those people you hate because of genetics. It's the truth. I've always been at war with myself, for right or wrong. I don't know how to explain it more. It's universal. Some people are better at dealing with it, and they sleep with no pain, not pain, arguments. I've grown quite comfortable with being at war. By nature, I keep moving, man. My theory is, be the shark. You've just got to keep moving. You can't stop. I believe you make your day. You make your life. So much of it is all perception. And this is the form that I built for myself. I have to accept it and work within those compounds, and it's up to me. Once you get older, you get a little closer to yourself, intimate. Success is a beast, and it actually puts the emphasis on the wrong thing. You get away with more instead of looking within. It's those difficult times that inform the next wonderful time, and it's a series of trade-offs, of events, of wins and losses. When you see a person, do you just concentrate on their looks? It's just a first impression. Then there's someone who doesn't catch your eye immediately, but you talk to them and they become the most beautiful thing in the world. America is a country founded on guns. It's in our DNA. It's very strange, but I feel better having a gun. I really do. I don't feel safe. I don't feel the house is completely safe if I don't have one hidden somewhere. That's my thinking, right or wrong. I always liked those moments of epiphany, when you have the next destination. It's a violent world we live in. I don't agree with trying to hide that or cover it up. We sometimes let ourselves be rated too much by others. We put so much emphasis on a paycheck or what a magazine says. I have very few friends. I have a handful of close friends, and I have my family, and I haven't known life to be any happier. I oscillate between agnosticism and atheism. I'm drawn to furniture design as complete architecture on a minor scale. It's a lovely experience walking around a museum by yourself. I had a friend who worked at a hospice, and he said people in their final moments don't discuss their successes, awards or what books they wrote or what they accomplished. They only talk about their loves and their regrets, and I think that's very telling. We're so complex. We're mysteries to ourselves. We're difficult to each other. And then storytelling reminds us we're all the same. When I was a little kid, we moved to Tulsa, then to St. Louis, and by the time I was in kindergarten, we lived in Springfield, Missouri. There I basically grew up. I'm actually very snobbish about directors. I have to say no all the time. No is the most powerful word in our business. You've got to protect yourself. When I first moved to L.A., I discovered Roy London. I didn't know anything about the arts, the profession. I had no technique. I knew nothing. I'm fresh from Missouri. I sat in on a few classes, and they just felt a little guru-ish and just didn't feel right to me. Until I met Roy. In Missouri, where I come from, we don't talk about what we do, we just do it. If we talk about it, it's seen as bragging. Actions speak louder than words, and it's no more true than with your kids. My happiest moment is the day they call crap and I'm free. I'm not looking back. I have a hard time with morals. All I know is what feels right. What's more important to me is being honest about who you are. Morals I get a little hung up on. My life has been about big changes. With sons and fathers, there's an inexplicable connection and imprint that your father leaves on you. I've always been at war with myself, for right or wrong. I was so intent on trying to find a movie about an interesting life, but I wasn't living an interesting life myself.